Hello, Internet. I'm Insane Lena, as well as a Canadian girl. And today we have LA Fitness refuses to give women a refund. Doesn't end well. If there's fan noise in the background, I'm sorry, but it's a billion degrees. I had to soak down the puppy several times yesterday. The first time he was like, "What are you doing to me? I don't want a bath." The second time he was like, "Please do it again. It's too hot." And he's a doggy that likes the heat. But let's see. Oh, I think I hear the pitter patter of tiny paws. Yeah. He's mowing around. We'll see if he joins us. But for now, let's see what we got on the video. Oh, there you are. Do you want up? No, I can't rub your belly right now. I'm busy. I know you're a puppy. I know. You're just so cute. I know. If you want up, come up. He'll be here in a minute.
We got one more unit coming. What's going on, guys? How you doing, man? What's the problem?
I came in here to use the gym.
Okay.
They have $50 memberships. I paid $20 for a day pass. He says that they don't have any towels. And I'm like, okay, I can't use the facility then because I came in here to use the sauna. So, can I just have my money back if you don't sell towels?
Okay.
And he says, well, we don't have any towels and I'm not giving you your money back.
Okay.
He came in and asked for a day pass. We do sell day passes. They're always $20 to anyone, not just her. I let her know. I'm like, we have the day pass. It's $20. How would you pay? She paid me cash. There's the receipt. Before paying, I had her sign the liability waiver. Took her ID so I could write down her name. I asked her for her number. But she did not mention to me she didn't have a towel. If she had mentioned prior if we had towels or not, I would have told her, no, we don't have towels. And then she would have not spent her money.
So you guys don't want to
Come
refund
here.
money?
The case is
so that's where we're standing. They have a right to not refund
No, they
the
don't.
money.
They don't have any signs or anything, and that's totally illegal for you not, if I'm not using your service, to not give me my money back.
You could sue them. But
I want my money
They're
back.
refusing service now at this point. You've already made the transaction, so
Okay, several things here. One, you're a gym. Why don't you have towels? Every gym I've ever been to, they have towels. So maybe you should have a sign or something saying you don't have towels at this facility. But also, she paid you cash. Why can't you just give her the $20 bill that she gave you back? She's saying she doesn't want to use your service because you don't have a towel. She didn't bring one. And she's not going to go into the sauna naked. So, and I'm not real pleased with the fact that they even called the police over something this ridiculous. But I'm going to remind these officers, your job is to protect and serve the public, which in this case is this lady who is absolutely being ripped off by this gym. It's utterly absurd that they won't just give her money back. That is pretty darn close to theft, in my opinion, on behalf of the gym. And also, the guy behind the counter looks like he's like 18 years old. Like, why are we talking to him? What the police should be doing here, in my opinion, is saying, A, get me the manager. And then I'm going to say to the manager, okay, why can you not just give this lady a refund? She paid you in cash. It's $20. What's the big deal? She doesn't want to use your facility. Just give her money back and then she will leave and we're done here. Like, this is something that should be able to be resolved peacefully in like less than 5 minutes. That it's even escalated to the point where the police are being called is already absurd. And I hope she leaves this gym one hell of a bad Yelp review, though I have a feeling they may have a few of those already. Especially if this is the way their staff behaves. But that's not what we're seeing. The officer is immediately taking the side of the business and just saying, well, they don't want you here, so you have to leave. You have the right to sue them for the $20, which she does. She has every right to do that. But filing a civil lawsuit over $20 is going to cost you more than that just to file it. So she's really in a bad position here. I feel bad for her. I think the gym they're just being ridiculous, quite frankly. But I'm not thrilled that the officers just immediately, like, this is what I've said before. He's identified she's the problem, not the gym. The gym is the problem here. I'm not saying the officer he can't order them to give her a refund. He doesn't have that authority, but he should at least try. And I would not be talking to the kid behind the reception desk. Why are we not talking to the manager of this place? Like, that in and of itself, that there is an issue with them wanting somebody to trespass or wanting to leave, and the manager is not here dealing with it. If I owned this LA Fitness, LA Fitness, I would be having very serious words with my manager of like, what was so important that you needed to be doing right in this moment that you couldn't handle this situation that clearly needs someone in authority to handle. So let's see how we go.
Now they're refusing service.
Okay.
So they have a right to refuse the service.
They don't have a right to not give me my money back.
You can take it up civilly with them, but they're not depriving you of your $20. You have
Yes,
a
they
trans.
are. They're saying that they can't take it out of the system.
That's what they're saying. They can't. So if they can't,
she said that.
Okay, yes, they are depriving her of her $20. In what system? It was cash.
What they do is another option is to call their manager, and their manager can override it. Then the second option that they have is that they can mail it to you. I'm not from this state, and my ID even says that I'm not from Chicago.
Okay.
So I want my cash back.
Well, they're saying they can't do the cash.
Ma'am, they can mail it to your house. Okay, you can give them your address.
I just told you that I'm
US
not
mail goes on.
from here.
What state are you from?
And I do not have a mailing address for them to mail it to me.
Okay, well, they can't refund the
good boy.
cash. Yeah. So at this time, you can go to corporate.
Oh, come on, you silly thing.
But for now, we need you to leave.
I'm not leaving.
Well, those are the two options.
I want the mailing address for it to be mailed to me for the money.
They need your address.
No, I said.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need yours.
All right, go ahead, write your address down.
I already told you I didn't have an address, but I still want
There's
the
a puppy.
There you go.
Okay, so they're giving her some options. Apparently, the gym is willing to give her a refund through the mail, which, again, why? This is absurd. It's $20 cash. I promise you the $20 bill is still, like, in a register or a drawer right there. Just give the lady the 20 back. Like, seriously. But saying, no, we have to mail it to you. And she's saying, well, I'm from out of state. That doesn't really help me. You know, and the cops are just telling her to leave. And yeah, like, why is the manager not here dealing with this? Because apparently the manager could override their system and get her a refund. So why is he not there doing that? Like, this is just really, 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 really bad service on behalf of the gym. And it's like one idiot employee being stubborn for no reason. And this is how little things escalate into much bigger things. Right, puppy? Yes. It's starting to heat up here. Oh, that was not a good idea.
Well, first, let's get your ID. We're not taking it. Where's your, give us your ID.
I don't have any information for you.
You guys want to sign complaints for that? Or do you want to just leave? Okay. All right, let's go.
Let's go. Please don't come back here. You'll be arrested. Go.
I want to be arrested now.
You're not being arrested.
Okay,
I want to be arrested now. No.
Okay, I will never for the life of me understand people that demand to be arrested. What is wrong with you? Being arrested sucks, and then you are going to have charges that are going to cost you a lot more than $20 to deal with. And what do you think being arrested proves? It doesn't prove anything. The gym is not going to change their mind because you demand to be arrested. No, she should not have thrown the can or cup or whatever that was. That was a very poor decision. Luckily, the gym is saying, no, we don't want to press charges for that. They could. They just want her to leave. And at this point, she has crossed the line to being in the wrong. Is she getting completely screwed by this gym? Yep. Does she have every right to be absolutely furious at them? Yep. Does she have the right to start throwing things? No. But they're willing to overlook it, which really they should because they caused this. But, like, ma'am, you getting arrested, it's not going to help anything. Just leave. Blast them on Yelp. Call their corporate. And, you know, I would demand a little more than my $20 back to make it go away.
Because I get a refund if there's no fine. It's illegal. If they put my name in the system incorrectly, they can delete it. I want my money back, or you arrest me.
We don't want to arrest you.
I don't care what you want.
For disorderly conduct. Yeah, but you're refusing to leave.
I'm refusing to leave. I paid $20 for the day.
Okay.
I don't have to give you information because they owe me a refund. I don't have to give you information because they owe me a refund.
That's not true.
I paid $20 for the day. That means that legally, if you're not giving me my money back, I can stay until closing. Yeah, it does.
So here's the deal.
That's what it means.
Are you going to leave?
That means either you arrest me or I get to stay until closing.
Do you have an ID or no?
Okay, this is no longer true because while she had a valid day pass, that might have been true. She could stay and use the facility until closing. However, at this point, they have asked her to leave and said basically they're revoking the day pass. They want her to leave. A business can do that. Even if you have paid for a membership, they can still ask you to leave and the police will trespass you. I still don't like that the police are effectively being used as private security for LA Fitness over an issue that LA Fitness seems to have not only caused, but they're just completely unwilling to do anything rational or reasonable to like put an end to a very like silly situation that shouldn't be happening. Like is this LA Fitness, like is this one like so hard up that they have to argue and call police over $20? Like this whole thing is absurd. And again, like where's the manager? It's just ridiculous that a manager is not handling this.
I said no.
Okay. Are you refusing to leave?
I said no. Either you give me my money back or you arrest me.
You're making this a bigger issue than what it is.
If they don't give you your money back and you pay, if they're not going to give you your money back and you pay, then you get to stay until closing.
You're making this a big issue when it
If you
doesn't.
don't get your money back when you paid, you get to stay until closing.
You're making this a big
If
issue.
you don't
Okay, officer, she may be escalating things at this point, but the gym escalated things in the first place by refusing to give her a refund and calling you. Also, why are there 4 cops responding to something like this? But again, the officer is going to be 100% on the side of the business. He's not going to like be sympathetic to her. He hasn't been at all so far. Again, she's the problem. The mentality is make the problem go away. And they're always going to see the problem as being the private citizen over the business because more and more cops are told to protect the businesses because the businesses pay the taxes that provide funding for the police department. So priorities. I know that may sound cynical to some people, but it's true. Why do you think that they walked in 100% on the side of this business and she's the problem? So they see their job as making her go away instead of trying to help her like they should. I'm not saying they would have been successful, but they should have tried.
get your money back when you pay, you get to stay until closing.
That's not how it works.
That is how.
No, it's not.
I did not do anything but ask for a refund.
Yeah, but their policy says they can't give you a refund.
Thank you. So then that means that I pay my money, you're not giving my money back, and I get to stay until closing.
No, you don't.
That is how did I violate the policy?
Check the water bottle across the room.
How did I violate the policy?
Okay, that goes against the rules
you're
of
trying to
standard.
force me to give you an address for a refund. So if they're not going to give you your money back, $20
Going to give you your money back.
when your monthly pass
You're
is
just not
$50,
accepting.
and I'm paying.
Are you going to
I'm
talk?
paying for
Are you
one
listening
day.
to talk
I'm
over?
paying for one day.
Okay.
I'm paying for one day. Half the price for a monthly pass.
Well, you chose
Half
to do
the
that.
price.
That's not my
Thank you,
decision.
because I thought I was getting an incentive.
Okay. Well, you also violated their policy by throwing a water bottle across the room.
Hey, man.
Because the rules.
So we're gonna ask you that we're gonna give you one more opportunity to leave. Otherwise, you're gonna be arrested.
Okay.
You'll
Just
be
arrested.
arrested.
Yeah, I don't care what you have. I don't care. Yeah.
All right. So you're refusing identification.
Yeah. I'm
You're
refusing.
Okay, all right, go ahead, turn around.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to jail, everybody. The gym is over. Chicago's over. All that bullshit over. Let's go to jail. Because y'all got me up. Y'all got me up.
Okay, this is a case of going to jail for being stupid. I'm not saying she doesn't have the right to be furious. I certainly would be. I'd be a lot louder than she is. But she's not going to win this. It's insufferable and it's wrong. but she should have just left and contacted corporate and, like I said, trashed this place online up and down. Absolutely rip them a new one. They deserve it. But leave. Because again, going to jail is not going to solve anything. It's not going to get your money back, and it's going to cost you a lot of money. And you really want to have a record over, like, getting arrested at a gym for refusing to ID to police? Like, come on.
Let's go down. Now your whole Chicago win is over. The wig and everything else.
Go ahead, face the call.
Whatever. Everything else. Give me some more charges. Give me some more charges.
Hey guys, what if I give her money? You guys let her go?
It's too
What?
late now.
Who is
This
this?
is over now.
I just found out it was only $20. I don't mind giving her $20 instead of her going to jail, bro.
It's already over.
That's her mistake, though.
All right,
She chose to get arrested by.
that's cool. No, that's kind of fair. If I get to give her the $20 and save her the headache and save you guys the headache.
Who is this?
She chose it. No problem. Get him out.
Okay, who is this guy? Because I don't think we've seen them before. But, yeah, give her money back. Honestly, this is the point where the cops should have stopped. They're never going to. They're never in a million years going to unarrest somebody because now she's offended them. So they're not going to let her go. But that's what they should have done. They should have taken the cuffs off, been like, okay, ma'am, here's your $20 back, and just let her leave. Like, her refusing to ID for them on a trespass, who cares, quite frankly? Is it technically a crime? Yes. Do you need to be this petty about it? No. And if that's the manager, which I suspect it might be, again, the police should have done what I said in the first place. Ask for the manager, put the question to them, can we really not just refund this woman her $20? Let her go and, like, be done with this, because it's absurd that you had to call the police over a refund. Like, if I was the police, I'd be unhappy with the gym for making me come down here, not with her, initially. But, of course, they're not going to do that. Because in way too many places, offending the cops is the only real crime.
For no reason.
Ma'am, you escalated it.
You don't even have no. I didn't escalate shit. I'm the one that told them to call you. If I stand call the police, you don't treat me like I'm the one that's goddamn trespassing. I'm the one that asked for your assistance.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of fallacy in there. Okay, apparently she demanded they call the police. They still did, though. And, like, again, just give the lady a refund. But she called the police expecting them to help her. And they showed up with absolutely no intention of helping her. And they have done absolutely nothing to help her because, again, they showed up, assessed that she was the problem, so they're going to be 100% against her, and that's all we're seeing.
I'm the one that asked for your assistance.
You didn't want to
I'm the one that asked
listen.
for your assistance.
Yeah,
You came in there like
let's
I'm
scream. That's getting really fun.
No, you came in there like I'm the one that's causing problems asking for a refund.
Well, you're the one in handcuffs. You
And I told you I ain't got no address.
What did you write
I'm
down?
not from here.
Why'd you write it down?
Shut up. Shut up. Get me for that one too, you bitch. Get me for that one too, you
That's your first.
Get me for that one too, you
You can talk as much
Get
as
me
you
for
want.
that one too, you
Female?
Get me for that one too.
Well, we are going to search you, so where's your ID at?
I get searched by a woman. By a woman.
Where's your ID at?
By a woman. I said I'm refusing. You're gonna give me a charge for that. I'm refusing. I'm refusing to give you an identification. I'm refusing.
I know, that's why you're in handcuffs.
Thank you. So don't keep asking me for it. You already
You got warrants?
Nah, I got no warrants.
Then why don't you give us your name?
Because I don't want to. I want the charge. I want the
Yeah, you got 3
charge.
charges now.
I want get ask some more. Ask some more.
Those cuffs
You
are
good?
right on you?
You good?
Are you good?
You good? You good? You good? Are you good?
Turn your face that way.
Good? I don't give a ask some more.
Well, now we're going to wait for female.
Now what?
officer.
Shut the up.
Then don't ask
Now
questions.
what?
Okay, I will give them points for actually sending for a female officer to search a female. I think this should always be policy, and I don't want to hear that, oh, well, we might have to wait like 20 minutes. Yeah, you can wait. You're not in a rush.
Don't ask questions.
Now what?
Well, we have to make sure you
Look, you're pressing a little bit too hard to my person.
There's two heavy objects in here. I can't tell what it is.
I don't care. Don't touch near my person. I mean, by my shit.
No.
By my shit. You ain't supposed to. Goddamn.
Stop.
You're supposed to search me. No, a woman has to search me.
Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, they just said they were waiting for a female to search her, and now they're, like, going through her pockets and stuff. Like, what are we doing? This is them being assholes. Because they can.
A woman has to search me, motherfucker.
I'm moving.
Also, why are they taking her coat off? It's clearly winter wherever, like, they are.
Stop.
Shut the fuck up.
Stop moving.
You said
Stop.
no trespass.
Move.
Stop.
I'm already in this.
You want your water bottle back? No? Okay. Stop.
This is not smart.
Yeah.
Stop hitting your head purposely. Stop hitting your head purposely.
Shut the fuck up. I feel so much better.
Stop kicking the rock. You break that. You're going to catch another charge.
Yeah, this would be destruction of police property, and don't do this. Just don't. I know it's an insufferable situation, but ma'am, you did really put yourself here. You demanded to be arrested. Now you're arrested. You gotta put up with that now. So don't do this. Don't make it worse. Why people insist on making things worse for themselves, I'll never know.
Well, I'm great.
Yes, petting you.
The judge, I'm telling Judge, you. You. That's what I'm telling the judge.
Because that'll go down so well in court.
I think that's another charge too. To tell the judge, you. You could throw anything away. I don't care.
Officer Morris,
Yeah.
can you come out for us?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm still yeah.
Okay. What's your name?
None of your business. I said I'm not telling y'all
You're
nothing.
not gonna tell them your name?
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a search on you, okay?
Don't touch too much. Okay, but you handled me rougher than you was the first time. What did I say about my?
You didn't say none of that.
I
Actually, you don't have no.
ain't got shit. I ain't got shit.
You need to make sure.
Y'all scary in Chicago. Scary ass mother. How many police officers to me? Y'all some in this mother. Chicago Rockets. Y'all some in this mother. Y'all so right. I got like 20 cops for me and shit. You a
Thanks one of the
You
cops
are-
up. Stand up
you
here.
a you a y'all some in this mother. 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 They didn't want to get cracked in the streets. They didn't want to get cracked in the streets. They didn't want to get cracked in the streets. These didn't want to get cracked in the streets. Trying to act like they want to get cracked and they don't want to get cracked in the streets. Whack. Feed me 3 times a day.
You hungry?
You hungry?
No, not really. You just said feed me.
Yeah. Enough for you not to be thinking you taking them off of me in front of these men.
I'm just trying to make sure to see how many.
Hey, you made sure you supposed to take me in a room like
I am, but I'm
thank
not
you.
take this
Thank you.
t-shirt off.
No.
You got on
No.
2 shirts though. So you not stripped.
No.
So take this one off.
You already touched this shit. You already touched this shit.
How many guys?
Okay, this is absolutely piss poor police procedure because the idiot cops at the car already supposedly searched her. We saw them searching her when she came in. Now they're taking off layers in public, which I'm not okay with. She's right. They should be in a private room. I don't care that she's wearing 2 shirts. When you start removing clothing, that should be done privately. And like, what the hell is this? Like, all over her boobs. Again, that was not searching. That was literally just grabbing her boobs and moving them around. And we already saw you check like that area. So what are you doing? But I swear to God, they do multiple searches and multiple pat downs just to piss people off. The fact that like every time a person gets transferred from one officer to the other, every single officer has to do a search and they all say, oh, it's officer safety because I don't know that the guy before me did a proper search. Well, that tells me you have some very, very serious problems with your search procedure and with officers being correctly trained in it if they don't even trust each other to do a proper search. So they insist on doing it over and over, which I can see being very traumatic and feeling very violating for a lot of people. And as well as I said, this woman just totally groped her. That was not searching, that was just groping.
I got one wrong. And she's supposed to do this shit in the privacy, not with no men around.
Step back more.
You good?
Step back more.
You good? You good?
Come on.
No, you good?
The door's gonna interfere with that. Thank you. Can you take your shoes off for me? I'm not gonna do it for you. You're gonna have to do it yourself.
No,
Oh, so you're willing to strip other layers off her but not take her shoes off? If I'm her at this point, I'm telling you to F off. I'm not doing a damn thing to help you. Not after the way I was just treated. No freaking way.
I can't take them off. They're like still reinforced.
You put them on, didn't you?
No, I had help putting them on. But they're around my foot like this. Feel them. Feel them.
Try to take them off. If you can't do it, I'll help you.
Yes, go ahead.
No,
Go
try
ahead.
first. Try first.
I just told you that I can't.
No, I know you can't.
Thank you very much.
Oh, my Lord Jesus. I don't have no information for you. I refuse to talk to you. That's legal. I refuse to talk to you. That's legal. I refuse to talk to you. Don't ask me no questions.
Go ahead, take your socks off, miss. Here, come here. She just won't put the socks back. You got 2 pairs of pants on? Which one do you want to keep?
You're not supposed to be here when I take my
No, we're gonna have you go in there.
Only
I'm
the
gonna
one in there.
okay, I'm gonna put you in there, and we'll close the door, but you only have 1 pair of pants on.
Okay, that's fine.
So now they're asking her to take pants off in front of a bunch of guys. This is not okay. And also, why are there a bunch of cops just standing around, like, watching all this?
And you're gonna take off one of your pants. Okay.
The woman was charged with disorderly conduct, criminal trespassing, and obstructing a peace officer.
Okay, so let's break that down. Obstructing a peace officer is for not IDing, valid. Trespass, I don't consider that valid. But what do we think? Do you think the gym is stupid? And of course he mutes me because that's what he does, because he's a puppy. I'm trying to get his face in the background. As for the title, LA Fitness refuses to give women a refund doesn't end well. Accurate. She definitely contributed to it not ending well, but it was screwed up from the beginning. Like, I seriously hope this gym, like, had some consequences for this absurd behavior of theirs. Of, like, just escalating this in the first place by being ridiculous. Like, yes, look at you. Look at you. Look at the baby. Look at the baby puppy. Yes, he's so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Yes, you're such a cute baby. Yes, you are. Cute baby. As for the police, again, their whole mentality upon approach was that she is the problem, she's the thing they need to deal with and make leave. They made no attempt to be helpful in any way, which again, that is part of their job. Their job is not just to arrest people because a business demands that they leave or that she demands to be arrested. We saw both. Their job is to help people and resolve petty situations like this. But nobody attempted to do that. If that was the manager that came out and was like, hey, let me just give her money back and let her go, they definitely should have done that at that point. And no, I don't care that she had refused to ID to them. Again, they could have made the whole situation just go away. But they didn't do that because They had decided she was the problem. She had offended them by refusing to ID, so they were not going to let her go for anything. So the whole thing was just so avoidable on so many levels. On both sides, because she did escalate it towards the end. As for the cops and the multiple searches, that's very poor training and very poor behavior on their part. So they're all clocking in at a C. They also shouldn't have been demanding she take off layers of clothing in front of a bunch of guys. And as for the female cop absolutely groping her breasts, who the hell trained you? But that is pretty standard these days, isn't it, puppy? Yeah. Because, training standards are not exactly the highest. But that is where we find ourselves today. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? What would you do if you bought a day pass at a gym, then decided not to use the facilities and they refused a refund? Would you, just leave and take it up with corporate? Would you have called the police? Would you have demanded they call the police? Would you have stayed there and tried to argue the point? How do you think the gym handled things? How do you think the police handled things? And don't you think this puppy is just the cutest puppy in the history of puppies? Aren't you? Yes, you are. He very much is. Yes, you are. I need my hands for a minute, okay? No, holding me is more important. If you're new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps, and you'll get to see more of this adorable doggy. Until the next one, I've been Insane Lane as well as a Canadian girl. Love on yourself and always love a fur baby. Bye bye.